Video 14, Understanding Citation Networks, a Visual Guide. This is part of our Literature Review and Discovery series. The problem we're addressing: researchers miss influential papers and don't see how their field's literature connects. You might find recent papers easily, but miss the foundational works everyone in the field has read, or you might not realize that your area connects to another field's research. Citation networks solve this by showing you the web of intellectual relationships between papers. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to navigate this network to find papers that search methods miss. The problem is significant. Researchers miss influential papers and don't see how their field's literature connects. Let me reframe how we think about research literature. Papers aren't isolated units. They exist in a web of relationships. When you write a paper, you cite previous work that influenced your thinking. Those citations represent intellectual relationships. You're saying this paper builds on this foundation. When someone cites your work, they're connecting their ideas to yours, extending, challenging, or applying what you contributed. These citation relationships form a network. Imagine each paper as a dot, each citation as a line connecting dots. What emerges is a vast web showing how ideas connect, influence, and build upon each other. This network view reveals patterns invisible when looking at papers in isolation. Which papers are central, cited by nearly everyone in your field? Which papers bridge different communities, connecting ideas that might otherwise be siloed? Which papers represent emerging areas? Which classic papers continue to influence current work decades later? These questions can't be answered by reading individual papers. They require seeing the network structure. And here's the practical payoff. Navigating the citation network is one of the most effective ways to find relevant literature you didn't know existed. Papers connected to papers you know are relevant are themselves likely relevant, regardless of whether they show up in your keyword or semantic searches. The solution is to learn citation network navigation using 4 key concepts. First, seed papers. This is your starting point. A paper you know is highly relevant. Everything branches from here. Choose recent, well-cited papers directly relevant to your question. Second, citation trees. The backward and forward citations from your seed. Backward citations show what the seed paper built upon. Forward citations show how it's been extended. Third, co-citation. 2 papers are co-cited when a third paper cites both together. High co-citation means papers are intellectually related, even if they don't directly cite each other. Fourth, finding seminal works. These are foundational papers that keep appearing when you trace backward citations. If the same 1995 paper appears in references from 5 different recent papers, that's a signal. It's part of your field's foundation. These concepts give you tools to navigate the network systematically. Let me show you a visual representation of how to navigate citation networks. Think of it as a web radiating from your seed paper. Going backward, you follow references to find foundational works. Papers that are highly cited and appear repeatedly are seminal, essential to understand. Going forward, you follow citations to find recent work building on your seed. These represent the research front, where active conversations are happening, looking for co-citation. You find papers that appear alongside your seed in other papers' references. These are intellectually related even if they use different vocabulary. The key insight: each navigation step can reveal papers keyword search would never find. A paper might never appear in your keyword results but be repeatedly co-cited with papers you know are relevant. Tools like Connected Papers, Citation Gecko, and the citation features in Semantic Scholar make this visual and efficient. The impact of understanding citation networks is substantial. You now understand how to think about literature as a connected network, not isolated papers. This changes how you discover, evaluate, and position your own research. Citation networks find different papers than semantic search. Semantic search finds papers by meaning, concepts similar to your query. Citation networks find papers by intellectual relationships, what builds on what's cited together. Using both gives you the most complete coverage. Research fronts become visible. When you follow forward citations, you see clusters of recent papers citing each other, active conversations you can join. These represent where the field is moving, not just where it's been. Seminal works become identifiable. When you trace backward citations, foundational papers emerge, the works everyone in the field builds upon. If you haven't read these, you're missing crucial context for current debates. This network view also helps you position your own research. You can see where your work fits in the larger conversation. You can identify who to cite, who might be interested in your work, and where the gaps are that your research fills. The combination of semantic search and citation networks finds more relevant literature than either method alone. Make both part of your standard workflow. Let's capture the key takeaways. First, the problem is real. Researchers miss influential papers and don't see literature connections. Second, citation network concepts, seed papers, citation trees, co-citation, and finding seminal works give you navigation tools. Third, understanding the network transforms discovery. You find papers invisible to keyword and even semantic search. Practical tip: start with a recent, well-cited paper as your seed. Go backward to find foundations. Go forward to find the research front. Look for co-citation to find related work. Repeat with promising discoveries. Combine citation navigation with semantic search for the most comprehensive literature coverage. Here's what I want you to remember. Research papers don't exist in isolation. They exist in a network of intellectual relationships, building on previous work, influencing future work, connected to related ideas. When you understand and navigate this network, you find papers that others miss. You see the structure of your field in ways that individual paper reading never reveals. The combination of semantic search and citation networks finds more relevant literature than either method alone. Semantic search finds by meaning, citation networks find by relationship. Together they're comprehensive. Practical workflow: start with semantic search to find initial seed papers. Use those seeds to navigate citation networks. Go backward to find foundations. Go forward to find the research front. Look for co-citation to find related work. Repeat with promising discoveries. This iterative process rapidly expands your coverage beyond what any single search method could achieve. In the next video, we'll give you specific prompts for using AI to summarize papers and extract information into your literature matrix. That's where everything comes together. Welcome back to the Impact or Invisible series. This content comes from the book Impact or Invisible: Surviving the Data Age with AI by Angel Reyes. The research landscape has changed forever, and today we're exploring a discovery method that most researchers underutilize: citation networks. If you've been watching this series, you've learned about semantic search for finding papers by meaning. Today we add another powerful tool: finding papers through their intellectual relationships. For the complete methodology, get Impact or Invisible: Surviving the Data Age with AI by Angel Reyes. The book covers citation networks in depth, plus every other tool for AI-powered research, from discovery through publication. Available on Amazon. Link in the description. Next up is Video 15, the Paper Summarization Prompt Template. We'll give you ready-to-use prompts for extracting information from papers efficiently. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.